As cool as this reunion was, it was made randomly and out of nowhere, not to mention it doesn't really help the case for the build-up to SummerSlam. Hey, that's where WrestleMania 36 is gonna be. What a coincidence. A pop for John Cena? Well, that's a first. And also, where are the Cena sucks chants? That was his signature. Whoever's the owner of that Hogan versus Cena sign, get that thing out of here before Saudi Arabia sees it.
Part of the Raw reunion, and then you guys would all be nice to me?
John Cena would be great at Sins 2 expansion.
16-time one and only.
Considering the fact that John Cena is also a 16-time world champion, using the phrase one and only next to it sounds awkward. Not to mention, one and only is Ricochet's nickname. A lot has changed since you've been gone, John. Also, apparently John Cena's role in the Raw reunion is to be a hype man ring announcer for almost every legend that's present in the arena.
Guys, I could not miss this.
But what I could miss is the Royal Rumble, the chance to compete at WrestleMania, a possible match at SummerSlam, and pretty much everything else that was actually not worth missing. But sure, a random reunion tops all of that.
And this is my home.
And after tonight, I'm evicting myself from the home again, just like that one guy who said that he was back home and was never ever going away about 8 years ago. What was his name again?
Champions! Whoa! Whoa!
Way too much usage of the word whoa.
Who this is?
I think you meant to say, who is this, as this John Cena is not the doctor of thugonomics. Man, I dislike poor grammar.
How was it getting arrested?
I hope nobody gets a stink face.
Sadly, the WWE wouldn't allow Rikishi to be cleared to give anyone a stink face, so that absolutely sucks.
John Cena is the man.
Becky Lynch fan club just got triggered and I'm loving it. Honestly, seeing John Cena believe that the Revival's entrance theme was the cue to start dancing was absolutely hilarious. Here's a sin-off. Just doesn't feel the same to have Devon Dudley out here, but not with Bubba Ray Dudley. Oh well, I guess.
Lord, taste your pick, Jimmy Hart.
I think you meant to say take your pick, not taste your pick. But I won't give Hulk Hogan crap for that. He still thinks MetLife Stadium is the MetLife Center.
Whoa!
And another one by the Usos.
Michael Cole says that both the Usos hit back body drops on the Revival when that was clearly just one of them.
7-time tag team champions.
Thanks for reminding us of that, as though the Usos being 7-time tag team champions is even relevant in this non-title match. Also, Michael Cole is wrong because the Usos are actually 6-time tag team champions, not 7. Where did they win the 7th title reign? In Appleton?
Cover here on Dawson and a kick out.
That was clearly a no count instead of a 1 count, but of course referees gotta referee and make no sense most of the time.
Tonight as they try to...
Uso right infringement.
You gotta get a victory when your daddy is in your corner.
Well, you don't have to get a victory if your father's in your corner. It's not like Rikishi is gonna disown the Usos for life if they lose this match.
On the job training.
What a devastating kick to the air! Just in case you completely forgot that Devon Dudley and Rikishi are here at ringside, here's a stare down with nothing coming from it.
They're on their way to becoming 10-time tag team.
Booker T is really looking too far into the future. The Usos need 4 more tag team title reigns in order to make it to 10 times. So, is Alicia Fox technically qualifying as a legend appearing tonight? That's what it's looking like from my view. If you're gonna bring back Caitlyn, at least have her put her hairstyle back to the way she had it in her previous WWE run, just so that it doesn't make us say, who the hell is this chick? Because that's what I said upon seeing Caitlyn.
Santina, how's your sister?
My sister?
I would have removed Sins if we actually had Santina Marella show up later tonight, as we haven't technically seen her in 10 years. It may have been cringe, but it was a missed opportunity for tonight.
Legends.
It would be great at Sins 2 expansion. We should spend less time with legends and more time with the present-day wrestlers. Drew McIntyre is supposed to be on his way to the ring right now, but let's hold off on that to spend more time with interviews and legends. Previously on Comic-Con. Never thought I'd say that in the WWE Sins, but at this rate, anything is possible now.
The penguins were second cousins to chickens?
Don't lie to me. R-Truth's gimmick is one of the greatest comedic gimmicks we've ever seen and is one we look forward to seeing every week. Apparently, R-Truth gets successfully pinned in a situation where he knows Drake Maverick is nearby, but at Comic-Con, when he didn't think Drake was nearby, he easily kicks out. There's your logic. The Godfather being present without his hose is always a sin. Seriously, where the hell are his hoes tonight? Previously on WWE.
Is presented by...
Skip!
Oh, wait a minute, McIntyre! Wasted...
And of course, we got a pre-match assault too. We are really going all out for the vintage catchphrases of mine. What's next, Hulu? Also, oh well, just when you were looking to watch another match, nope, we're just gonna have Drew McIntyre beat the crap out of Cedric Alexander. The end. Awesome to see the Boogeyman, but honestly, I wanted him to roll up Drake Maverick and become the creepiest 24/7 champion in the title's history. Another missed opportunity. Let's be honest, the 24/7 title is the greatest thing about tonight's Raw reunion, and congrats to Pat Patterson on becoming the oldest champion in WWE's history at age 78. Christian is here to be on commentary, but rest assured his appearance will be completely forgotten of. I would have preferred if he reunited with Edge, who apparently isn't here tonight either.
These guys, they're strong, they're agile.
So why are they being wasted in the first few months since being called up? Seriously, we're dealing with Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder.
The World Heavyweight Championship right here in this arena.
Apparently, this must be a tornado tag team match, otherwise why is the referee allowing all 4 wrestlers to be in the ring at the same time? I don't seem to recall Lillian Garcia announcing this is a tornado tag match.
So, who is better, you or Edge?
If we're talking career-wise, obviously Edge, as he has twice the amount of accomplishments as Christian.
Coming over to SmackDown?
Get it? Because I'm an executive director of SmackDown? Eh?
You were supposed to be putting lotion all over my belly.
Jeez, if Maria Kanellis is being this big of a bitch, why doesn't Mike just dump her ass and become a Bennett again? Always good to see Ron Simmons, but to see him use Jimmy Hart's megaphone to say his vintage catchphrase is 2 times awesome.
I'm 24/7 champion.
This is awesome. If you told me this past May that Kelly Kelly would become the first ever female 24/7 champion, I would have kicked you when you insert whatever your last name is. But alas, it happened, and many shocking and awesome moments are happening tonight.
Oh, she doesn't even work here, does she?
Kelly works for the WWE. The rules state that literally any human being can become the 24/7 champion, whether signed with WWE or not.
My name is Samoa Joe.
For whatever reason, I feel like nobody knows who I am, and I'm trying to see if introducing myself is going to look good. Newsflash, it's not looking good. The Hoth sign. I'm guessing this guy's probably sweating his ass off if he claims to be from the coldest planet in the galaxy. I'm betting right now he lives inside a Wampa's guts.
Reunion are a plague to the WWE.
He said it. I didn't.
I already said something about your family.
Lines and promos like this is why Samoa Joe is freaking awesome. Look no further than right here. Here's a guy who hopefully should be world champion one day. He has it all.
Gotta tell you.
Oh, Joe went for it.
Samoa Joe actually believed that Roman Reigns would fall for the most obvious I'm gonna hit you in the middle of my sentence sequence I've ever seen. Cameraman is way too close to the action that all we mostly see is Samoa Joe's back.
You think these people want to see this tonight?
Heel wrestler asks his foe if he and the fans want to see him compete in the match, only just to deny it anyway cliche. Most common cliche a heel wrestler could ever do. Slowest snapmare takedown I have ever seen. Wouldn't you agree with that? Hope the rest of the moves aren't slow like that.
Joe, maybe it's... Oh, my God!
Not gonna lie, that looked awesome and out of nowhere the way Roman was thrown into the ropes and out of the ring. Samoa Joe successfully hit a suicide dive the first time, so he figures doing it the second time would work too. Take a guess what the result of that is.
To the leg, Reigns with the win!
I bet Samoa Joe wanted to kick out but decided, fuck it, there's always next time, and then slowed down his rollout. Monday Night Raw is highly obsessed with promoting Burger King tonight, like so many times throughout. I've had Burger King, and honestly it's not really that good of a burger. The Miz is playing the air guitar to Seth Rollins' theme and is completely off sync with it.
The biggest match of my life.
Apparently, a mixed tag team match where Seth Rollins teamed up with Becky Lynch to take on Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans was the biggest match in Seth's life. Let that sink in. It's only cool when Paul Heyman says it, so skip. Whenever anybody else tries it, it's not that good at all.
Brock Lesnar is a Seth Rollins wannabe.
No.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Paul Heyman is entertainment. Paul Heyman is entertainment. He just has to run away looking scared like that, and he has been entertaining.
And any man can lose.
Like you?
Let's talk about tonight, Mikey!
Hey, only Maryse can refer to The Miz as Mikey. You're only lucky Maryse isn't here because she's going to be giving birth in September.
By facing the best of the best.
Since when was Seth Rollins going to be facing Shane McMahon tonight? Just kidding. Had to say that. Couldn't resist.
If SummerSlam was brought up, so what do you...
Rikishi and Tori Wilson are dancing to absolutely nothing.
You need to show some respect, homie.
All it'll take for Sami Zayn and Rey Mysterio to compete against each other is Rey telling Sami to show some respect, even though Sami is right. Legends are taking up way too much time and do not belong here anymore. Now they're about to go after me next.
We'd settle it in the ring.
You're not even the general manager anymore. Kurt Angle doesn't call the shots around here. This entire sequence of Candice Michelle and then Alundra Blaze becoming the 24/7 champion while Melina is the referee is such good shit. And this time, it actually is.
Problem with me being 24 champion.
24 champion. Some would say it's a botch, but I think it's ironic because Alundra Blaze was the 24/7 champion for about 24 minutes.
But I'm so busy, I didn't even have time.
That's just another way of Jonathan Coachman saying that he sucked on commentary and was absolutely annoying every time.
The championship has changed hands 6 times in like a night.
Oh!
Actually, there was a time when the WWE Championship changed hands 3 times in the same night. Take a wild guess when that happened, folks.
Why can't he just let it lie?
A bigger question is, why can't you simply call the action of the match instead of criticizing Sami Zayn for not showing respect? Cool to see Rob Van Dam, Sergeant Slaughter, Kurt Angle, and the Hurricane, but all they do is make an entrance and that's it. Not even RVD makes an impact tonight.
RVD! Ah! With a 5-star!
That was nowhere near a 5-star frog splash. Given the way Rey Mysterio connected it, that was more of a 1-star frog splash. Alundra, don't you dare do what you're thinking of doing. I'm ready to strike if you do. Ted DiBiase having some trouble reaching into his pocket for the money. This could have been history in the making with Ted DiBiase realizing he's broke.
There was no referee involved.
Many asks if Ted DiBiase buying the 24/7 championship made it a legal title switch. Hey, if Rey Mysterio can simply hand over the United States Championship to Samoa Joe, then I'm pretty sure this is legal too.
OC means original, official, only club.
If that's the case, wouldn't the name be OOOC then?
Watch yourself, Jerry. The Kingslayer's here.
Hilarious line, but Seth Rollins failed to slay Triple H at WrestleMania 33, just like he failed to slay Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 35. Both his Slayer names are pointless by this point in time.
Classic match here tonight.
The match between Seth Rollins and AJ Styles has only begun. Nowhere near a classic match just because of who's in it.
The WrestleMania match that you and I had.
In the middle of Seth versus AJ, let's talk about that horrible commentator match from WrestleMania 8 years ago. I'm in shock. D-Generation X is here to assist Seth Rollins, and for the first time ever, I could really care less that they're here.
Here he comes. And there's a
Jumping knee that obviously failed to connect with AJ. Poor Shawn Michaels failed to get the chance to clothesline Luke Gallows out of the ring. Oh well. The graphics say New Age Outlaws, but only Road Dogg is present from that team. It's not the NAO without Billy Gunn.
because right behind him.
Kevin Nash is technically right beside Scott Hall, not behind him. I'm just saying. He would have been behind him if he tore his quad, though. Skip!
Oh, hi, Mark.
We can finally catch him!
If I were Drake Maverick, I wouldn't be yelling about my success at becoming the 24/7 champion once again. First the sin for fully right infringement. And now 5 sins removed because it was freaking awesome and it's scary to see the Fiend Bray Wyatt utilize the mandible claw on Mick Foley to show how much of a threat he really is.
Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch. Yes, I know, it's because of Nikki Cross's accent, but all the same, I was hoping to see Becky Lynch make an appearance. Instead, we get Becky Lynch.
Now what you
Natalia's an asshole.
You sure let Becky get under your skin.
Alexa Bliss and her cringe ways of trying to get Becky Lynch and Natalia to fight each other. Can we just move on to the next segment, please?
We've had a very similar journey in the WWE.
Even though Becky Lynch's journey and Natalia's journey are completely opposites and are nowhere near similar to each other. Hey, come on, don't destroy the set a moment of bliss. That was a nice table and flowers.
So you know what, Becky Lynch?
Natalia's talking to Becky Lynch following their brawl, but it feels awkward when she's looking straight at the interviewer rather than the camera or something. The fact that Renee was still outside the limo before Drake returning rather than waiting inside it is what gave R-Truth the time he needed to strike and get back the 24/7 title for the 10th time. It's Renee's fault. Maybe she had a hidden plan with R-Truth this whole time. Honestly, if Drake was alert of the whole situation, what was stopping him from kicking out of this? I mean, seriously. He was hanging on to his wife to prevent the roll-up from even happening, so why didn't he kick out? When you see it that way, this whole thing doesn't make any sense. This sequence of R-Truth accidentally abducting Renee would be hilarious if it was actually going somewhere, but alas, Renee is reunited with Drake out of the blue the following week as if nothing happened. Braun Strowman taking on a local competitor in 2019 deserves an additional 5 sins. Since his child tag team partner Nicholas was actually present at this Raw reunion, why didn't Braun have him take on this local competitor just to make things more interesting?
Forced to pay respect to the Nature Boy.
I'm pretty sure the reason the Legends are coming out to the stage is because of the fact that this is a Raw reunion, not just to pay respect to Ric Flair. Hulk Hogan was startled by his own music. Hilarious how the Legends made some room for Stone Cold Steve Austin to walk through, only to have him walk through the crowd anyway.
New beer, the Broken Stone.
Steve Austin's new beer is the Broken Skull, not the Broken Stone.
On that stack of dimes.
As you all know, the what chants are only annoying when it doesn't feature Steve Austin, but when he's encouraging his own chant, then it gets absolutely awesome. So here's another sin off.
Hell damn near crapped himself.
Or in CM Punk's case, he actually did crap himself.
You're all a part of the WWE family.
While it's cool to see these legends, especially Stone Cold Steve Austin, unfortunately they repeat everything we already know. Like, we already know we're part of the WWE family, even if some of the family have become distant cousins who throw temper tantrums like spoiled bitches when they don't get their way.
Stack of pancakes.
Who gave Steve the pancakes, New Day?
Incredible night here.
These days, apparently, there's always that one beer Steve Austin ends up missing when it's thrown to him.